over the edge.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of get.
Hey, y'all, Gravity, any day above ground. Live it. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week since it's Monday. I know I was supposed to do that live earlier today, but I said, let me do some schooling because I'm trying to do this career change and, I've been kind of slacking a little bit because, my work hours been changing around. So I said, let me do a little bit of that. So priorities, people, priorities. But I said, okay. We're going to save that for tomorrow afternoon when I get off of work. But today I was thinking, because, of course, I went on X, what they call the bastion of information. And I see a lot of low IQs out there. So I'm going to give the low IQs an opportunity tonight. If you think Carmelo Anthony needs to go to jail, come tell me. Come prove it to me. Y'all tough talking on these social media apps. Now come talk to somebody live and direct. Now we're going to see how this goes. I don't think anybody going to show up, but, maybe I'll get one. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. They probably won't, but, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, before we do all that, let's see who's in the building. Weldon Johnson X, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Jerry Betcher, hello. Wallow J, hello. Dark Titan, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. Stone Ancestors, hello. Reparations Nation, I think I said that already, but hello again. Black Spider, hello. Cameron Jones, hello. Don P, hello. Cosmic Fury, hello. Rosalind, hello. Sybil, hello. Department of Government Efficiency, hello. Eric Johnson, 1994, hello. And anybody else? Lunchies, hello. D Money, hello. AW1, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in live chat or comments, Xavier, you late. And William, you late too. But hello. So yes, I did call into TBA yesterday, and yeah, I said what I said. But anyway, we have some updates with this case, and then Torian, you better not spoil this, but something happened on X today that I think you guys will be interested in. But you know what we got to do before we do that? We got to do the customary house cleaning.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose, such as criticism, commenting, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
All right, family. It's Monday. You know, everybody had the weekend to do what they did. But yeah. Melo and his family are fighting, as well they should. So let's see how their fight is going.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Now, this is on totalsports.com. Now, we heard about this part, but for those who don't know, since they think that this man was not in his son's life, he's saying that he's standing by his son, and that kind of pissed him off. But then we also have this here. This is the other thing that pissed them off online. They were working hard all weekend trying to take down the GoFundMes and the Givesendgos. Carmelo Anthony's family raises $160K for defense fund after teen allegedly stabbed fellow track athlete, said it was self-defense. So shout out to those who donated. I haven't done my part yet. I'll probably do it later tonight. So there's that. I'm trying to find the story where it said that. There it is. Fox 4 in Dallas. Frisco track meet stabbing suspect to seek reduction in bond, new charge. As well he should. The legal team for Frisco murder suspect Carmelo Anthony will seek to lower his excessive $1 million bond in a new charge. We already know what happened. Carmelo and the entire Anthony family are sincerely saddened that a life was lost and offer their condolences to the family of Austin Metcalf, read the statement through the lawyer. They also call for people to refrain from rushing to judgment until all the facts on the case are out. Carmelo, like all citizens of the United States, is entitled to a fair and impartial legal process. We are committed to ensuring that Carmelo's rights are indeed protected throughout each phase of the criminal justice system, said the legal team. Anthony's lawyer said they plan to talk with the Collin County District Attorney's Office about reducing Anthony's bond and a better determination of the filed charge. The legal team said it would not make further public statements. Several GoFundMe campaigns for Anthony had been deleted by the platform. GoFundMe terms of service prohibit fundraisers for the legal defense of violent crimes. Consistent with this long-standing policy, any fundraisers for the legal defense of someone charged with a violent crime removed from the platform fully refunded, said a GoFundMe spokesperson in a statement. Any GoFundMe account is not authorized or endorsed by the family. Please do not use GoFundMe for any donations to Carmelo Anthony's family, the Anthony family said in a statement. They may set up an official page on the website Givesendgo. Keep a pin in that. And this is just about what happened. All right. So they're trying to reduce the bond and get more favorable charges. While Jay says it's at 190 right now. Because they did up it to, what did they up it to? 250, right? I think it was either 200 or 250. I don't remember the number. But you know what? I wonder if they have the link in there. Does anybody have the link to the Givesendgo? Anybody with a wrench? Put that in there one time. Because I don't feel like going through my community notes to go get it. But family, would you like another update? I have a good one for you. Oh, they moved it to 300? Okay. Put a one in the chat if you want another update, because You know, the white supremacists don't have this. Since they're still arguing about what's going on out here. Thank you, Wallow J. So that's it right there. Well, Dark Titan is not about black people, which I'm sure that was the reason why they stopped it in the first place. But you know, they don't want to look bad. All right, I see a lot of ones. Something happened on X that I think you guys will be very, very interested in.
Get to work. You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So apparently there was a Twitter space. Let me take this off. There was a Twitter space that was launched today where this person named Carl what the fuck is it? Carl Seraphim or something like that. He brought on the founders of Givesendgo, the platform that is allowing Carmelo Anthony's family to raise money. And they explained themselves because, as you know, people were trying to take it down, but Givesendgo stood on business and said, nah, we can leave it up. Your boy recorded some of it. I want to let y'all listen to what they said, the founders, a man and a woman, and they were white. I want y'all to hear their rationale for not taking it down.
Through their own law enforcement, if someone has defrauded them of money. So if someone has made a claim that they are using money for a situation, and they don't then use that money in the way that they said, that is a law enforcement issue, and you can take it up with law enforcement that someone.
Absolutely. So does your charity department take it up when you give $5,000?
So if you don't understand what this person, Jacob, said, he's one of the founders. He said, if you believe somebody is putting up a fundraiser in bad faith, you have to contact local police. Now, later, they're going to explain their process to either allow or take down fundraisers. Now, this white woman got in her feelings and went into Karen mode and just jumped in while he was talking.
Do what they say they're going to do? Do you do something about it?
Oh, we must let that money go. We must let that money go.
We'll back up a little bit.
So does your charity department take it up when you give $5,000 to a campaign that doesn't do what they say they're going to do? Do you do something about it?
Oh, we must let that money go. Yeah, we most definitely would. If we were in a position where found out that somebody didn't use the fund that we gave for the purposes that we gave them, but particularly even to those Give Our Army grants like Heather was talking about, they go through an even stricter verification process to ensure that they're a legitimate organization.
So the white woman jumped in and asked that stupid question. If a campaign or fundraiser raises money and they don't use it for that purpose, do you give back the money or do you let them ride? And he said, no, we take it down and everybody gets refunded. As well they should. You shouldn't be able to defraud. And then they kicked her off the stage. Continue.
The whole team that Jacob talked about, that calls, I think he talked about, that calls every campaign. It's a team of people that literally their job is to spread hope. So they call every campaign and say, hey,
that's the other founder, the white woman.
Pray with you over what you're raising funds for or whatever's going on in your life. So we actually have even additional.
Let me see if the space is still up.
They're speaking to the person who's going to be receiving the funds and being able to offer them prayer and talking to them about what is going on. And so, yeah, we take it very seriously, making sure people are who they say they are and they're using the money in the way that they say they will. And we get a lot of internal communication.
Oh, they just ended it.
Because it's not listed on the campaign. So, thanks for the question. That's a great question.
It's a good one. I want to get Eric a chance to speak as well. I saw that. I'm jealous of Spirit. Valley, if you want to stick around, you got more procedural questions. I like the procedural. I think that's much more productive than, again, we've moved away from adjudicating any kind of a case in public, which is great. And we're talking about principle Eric, you're out, brother.
Now, there you go. So both of the founders said, "Nah, we take very, very judicious steps in making sure that these campaigns and these fundraisers are legitimate." Now we got to do it, family.
Look at the coos. Wow.
I played that for a reason, because what you're about to hear next is a black man, and some of the things he was saying, it was like this here.
Look at the coos. Wow.
Here we go.
It's not completely obvious that really everything is boiling down to good versus evil, because literally the country moved forward 10 steps. And I hate to say they, I'm just going to say they just for the sake of time. They throw a bomb in the room and we're divided again. We get
They. So you scared to not even call them out? Okay. You're scared not to call them out. Why are you scared to call out white supremacy? Why are you scared, sir? Come on.
Get to work! To 9/11. I don't even remember what any color anybody was on September 12th. We were one nation. Everybody.
We were one nation. This is what he said. That's what he said. We were one nation. Sir, let me help you. September 12th, people were looking for blood. So I don't know where you got this idea that everybody in America was united. Sir, September 12th, even though people were still reeling about what happened the day before, they wanted Muslims destroyed in this country. Sir, I was in high school. Guess what? The Indians and the Guyanese that were going to my high school were getting jumped because people thought they were Middle Eastern. The day those towers fell in the afternoon, cab drivers were being attacked in New York City that were Arab. Or even if they were just driving a taxi, they were getting attacked. So where were we together? They were doing it all for an entire week. People were rioting at gas stations because them fools were raising prices. What do you mean? I love how they be telling these lies. Damn, W did a job on y'all. But go ahead. We're going to have fun again. Continue, sir. Tell us more.
Get to work!
Shit.
I was stationed at Camp Lejeune at the time. It just felt like one big America. And as the president, a lot of people, Republicans included. I want to know, how do we get back to that? Because I'm curious as to why I'm gonna say the media pick cases to highlight. Why do social media platforms pick which situations to put in our algorithms to feed our minds to tell us what's important? I mean,
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Yo, fuck nuts.
Robert, stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
He did not just ask that question in that room full of white folk. Yes, the room was 98% white folk. No, he did not ask that question. Why does social media do that, sir? Because it gets engagement, sir. Why does the media on TV do it? Because it gets them ratings, sir. I guarantee you, the first outlet, doesn't even matter. It could be an independent outlet on YouTube. The first person or outlet that gets that exclusive interview with Carmelo Anthony is going to do numbers. I promise you. That interview will destroy Twitter. I promise you. I'm finna work on that, by the way. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna see if I can be the one. How do you ask that question? I'll help you, brother, because that's what we do here. I know I gave rationales just now, but I'm going to give you the real rationale. It's because they know a lot of y'all are low vibrational thinkers. That's why. I feel it. It's the vibe is coming. Pause.
You want some more?
I think we have more. The reason they do that is because they know y'all are stupid.
You want some more?
We might have more. The reason why they always do that is because they know you guys are emotional.
You want some more?
We might have more. The reason why they know you guys do that is because the day they said all social media was able to buy their blue checks, they knew everybody would want to be seen and never use their brain.
You want some more?
We might have more. The reason why they did that, sir, and they consistently do it, because they know Negroes like you and the white supremacists that love you are going to go outside and show how dumb you are every time, like clockwork.
You want some more?
We might have more. And part two to that statement is, what's the one thing the media loves to do more than anything than putting out a story of a black kid or a black person being deleted? They love putting on a person that is the stupidest person in America.
You want some more?
We might have more. The reason why they do that, sir, is because I love how y'all like to call it woke and all that, but y'all still falling for the old trick bag.
You want some more?
We might have more. The reason why they keep doing that is because they know low vibrational thinkers like you are going to go straight to race first before you look at the facts.
You want some more?
We might have more. The reason why the media keeps doing that is because they know you're going to fuel your heart, not your mind.
You want some more?
We might have more. The reason why the media and social media keeps putting out them type of stories, because they also did say something about why if it was a white person, they wouldn't get no coverage like this. I'm like, you got to be dumb, number one. But number two, they do that to radicalize you white people. But the real reason why they do that is because I want y'all to hear this, they understand that the government and the media are one and the same. Since y'all love to come up and say, oh, the media is being paid by the government, they're the arm of the government. You know that they don't like black people, so they do what they do with us. And instead of saying, we're not going to fall for this, you fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. They limited my video that I did yesterday. Not because I said anything crazy, because here's the funny thing. I said similar language about Matt Walsh, and they gave me full monetization on that. And I was talking about the same subject matter. But just because I did the live about Brandon Tatum and was going line by line and showing the lies and showing what the media showed and showed where he was lying and what others were saying and showed where they were lying, they limited the video, which means they limited the reach. They don't want the truth out there, sir. That's why they do it. That's why they let y'all come outside and say whatever you want and boost it. But when someone tells them the truth, they limited it. Because if you keep telling the truth, why do you need the media? You can think for yourself. Y'all want everybody to think for you. Because you don't know how to think for yourself.
You want some more? Do you? All right, bim, bam, boom. Somebody get this nigga out of my room.
We're gonna keep going.
Riding down the street, I had somebody try to run me off the road on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a black man just trying to drive and take client to the airport, to mind my business, 20-year Navy veteran.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at a push of a button in the algorithm, they tell us what to be angry about. Why don't they push the button and make us angry about pedophilia?
You should know the answer to that, sir.
It's a reason the Epstein list has not come out, because both sides are on it. Why don't they push things that are happening in sex trafficking in our
Sir, this is the wrong room to be talking about that. I respect what you're saying, but this is the wrong room to talk about that. But the reason why they're not going to do that is because they know how to space it out, sir. They want everybody to get their rage out, because I'm telling you right now, the boy gonna get off. They want to make sure y'all have enough energy to come back outside and fight again.
Why don't they push the sexual assaults that are happening in the halls of Congress, and they have a separate legal fund for that? Why don't people at home know about that and get mad about that?
Because they don't care, sir. That's not sexy enough. That's why. Who cares? Okay, let me help you, young man. And Brother Tori, I saw your answer. That's who's talking right there. This black man right here, Eric Stevens. Shout out to you for your service, by the way. Sir, do you know how quickly that story, when they said those two senators' aides were getting it on in that Capitol area, that area of the Capitol, grand opening, grand closing. You see how quick that got out of the algorithm, right? It's not sexy enough. Switch. We bring this example up all the time, brother. College Park, Georgia, that micro community, getting hella traction on social media. X and the white supremacists limited it because they saw nothing but black faces. Even though they're actively right now trying to gentrify College Park. Anybody in the Atlanta area can vouch for me saying that. College Park, Hateville, East Point. They're trying to actively gentrify them. Can't have positivity on the algorithm because then nobody gonna be talking. Yeah, we can control the trolls on a positive post. The negative post, hell no, that's a free for all. They love that. Elon Musk, when he bought Twitter, already said it. But of course, y'all didn't pay attention to that. He said, I'm trying to make this the #1 social media app. And the only way you could be the #1 social media app is to make sure people use it and engage with posts. Which is why he let the N-word trend. That's why he let Clarence Thomas and Tim Scott get violated on that app. That's why he was engaging in accounts that were sitting there saying Daniel Penny should deserve that money. Anytime somebody was going at somebody in the government, he was jumping on a post. He was sitting there having fights online because he knew that the news was going to pick it up. They don't want to save the country. They just want to be celebrities. And they're proving it to you every day. Y'all better tell you Atlanta folk, you better tell them how white they try to make the airport area right now. They turned East Point and Hateville into artsy centers. There's rumors that Elon Musk wants to put his server base in College Park. We already know what that means. They're going to start going down there and trying to buy people off to take their land. But this person got a little bit more, and then I'm gonna show you some that if you're not on X, you wouldn't have known, but if you were on X, you seen it.
Get to work! We're here once again at dinner table, arguing. Yesterday is George Floyd. Before that is OJ. I remember when the OJ verdict came out. All the white people at work was mad. All the black people at work was high-fiving and was excited. School shootings happen. Get rid of the guns. It's convenient. So tomorrow, what's convenient? Is it going to be New Jersey drones again? What are we going to be upset about tomorrow? And I'll land my plane with this.
I'll answer that to terrorists. That's what we're gonna be upset about tomorrow. Bill Torian said he mentioned OJ and George Floyd. Why? Because he knows when it's black people, that's where he gets the most engagement, and that's where people are gonna be the most angry. How do you say it, Brother Torian? Type that back in there again. You know the line. You need to put that on a t-shirt, brother.
Get to work! And just said, it's good and evil. We need to judge people on the content of their heart. You're innocent until proven
I'm okay.
guilty, no matter who you are. Let it play out and stop gaslighting social media. The algorithm is going to do it for us, but we can fight back against the algorithm by not participating in it.
That would be a great sentiment, brother, but we got to answer for that. As I said before, during You Want Some More, most of y'all are low vibrational thinkers. Y'all can't break away from the algorithm. Sorry to tell you that. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm not a slave to the algorithm. When did this boy lose his life? You tell me the day he lost his life, and you tell me the first time I said something. First time Torian said something. We didn't jump on it. We said we were smart. We said we want as much facts to come out before we say something. Because we're not trying to be first. We're trying to be correct. All these motherfuckers went outside. They reported on the incident. They reported on the bond. They reported on the family. They were putting up the Fox News clip. They put up the ABC 8 clip. They put up all this and crafted their narratives based on the first thing they saw, which was the incident. Torian told y'all in his live, he didn't even know what happened. I knew what happened. I said, I'm not saying nothing. I need more info. I watched everybody else say something. You know what I was tweeting? And Torian and whoever else is on X can verify this. I was talking about wrestling shit and tariffs before I said anything about that. Wrestling and tariffs. But here we are, 62 people in the room. Hit the like. Because they don't care. It's like somebody said, they just waiting to just bilk him out of the rest of his money. Who cares? It's Tiger Woods. Who cares? We know he gonna do what he do. He love playing in the snow. He gonna do what he do. Okay. But it's time to laugh, family. Oh yes.
you know, let me go here. There's I'm gonna move on. There's a growing concern in.
Look. It's our favorite. Anthony Brian Logan. What is this? ABL weighed in on the situation. ABL in this comment thread that we're going to show you, something happened. That's right. They got at him. And you know, you done messed up if you got me defending ABL. Oh, he got a wake-up call, Miss Nisi. We'll do it like this here. He wrote this before lunchtime. I was always taught to never pick fights with people because in part there's no way for you to predict or regulate their reaction. People can talk about how much the other person overreacted after the smoke clears, but that won't bring you back to life. Now, this is just one of several tweets he wrote in regards to the situation. I told him, ABL, you got to stand on it on your YouTube, man. Have them call in exposing themselves live. I know I messed that up. Now, you know, me and ABL don't vibe, but here I actually agree with him. Don't start none, won't be none. ABL could tap into his black side every now and again. So he said, people like that are cowards and almost never call it after I make a controversial video like that. So I said, do it live, brother. You and I disagree on a lot of things, but I actually agree with you here. I said, make it a live stream because I want to see people use their brains and you can know when they're trolling. I don't want him to do no video. I want him to have the live stream because he does it like 8 o'clock. And I want him to put the number up and have people call in and make their case why Carmelo Anthony need to go to jail. That's what I want to see. Stand on this. Because ABL at times, he like to put these tweets out on X because, you know, most of his crowd don't know that he has this X account. And he be trying to dip his toe into that pro-black pool. And then some of them find it and get at him. And then he go over on his YouTube and do a video and it's the complete opposite of what he wrote. So I want him to stand on this. So we'll see. Probably not. Here we go. Now, here come the lies. Not an issue in white communities. We fight fair, 1v1, no weapons and no homies jumping in. Torian, they capping already. 1v1, how many fights, family, have we seen over the years of them fighting in groups? How many times? Either them or the women. How many times? Listen. Magneto Turd Sauce. You seem new, and that's a wild ass name, but thank you for being here. He said, I like how the bully's brother was wearing a cross around his neck on news. When all else fails and you put to the carpet, invoke Jesus, invoke God. How they say it? Everyone falls short of his glory. Everybody falls short of his grace. Them fake Christians always be running when they have to face judgment. Yes, sir. And that was a group fight. But anyway, only barbaric savages kill someone when fish should have been the most damage. Boy, you shouldn't even be talking about no barbaric savages. Are you crazy? Your whole society, your whole history is based on barbarism. Don't even do that. So all of a sudden, white people, since God created them, They be fist fighting each other one-on-one. Them Italians and them Irish back in the day, when they got on these grounds, were sitting there fighting outside the pubs and the restaurants, knifing each other. We not finna do this. How many times have we seen videos of them dock workers getting at each other? How many times have we seen the cops and the firefighters throwing hands at each other? Well, I would say use that CM Lang. I would use that example, except they attacked a black person. We just keeping this on white crime. We continue. We either start executing mindless killers or segregate. We're done putting up with this insanity. ABL said, that's what y'all did with the Native Americans. Look at ABL. Look at ABL. Okay, ABL. This person said, just because you know you're playing the game doesn't mean you don't plan your moves. Dirk Gentley. Plans are probabilistic functions of environments and actors. Courage is going on after knowing that success is not inevitable. Oh, that's an ad. Never mind. I was wondering what the hell he was talking about. And no matter how tough you think you are, your worst nightmares is out there somewhere. Fair point. The one who's going to win is often the one who has nothing to lose. The ferocity of a raging nutter who couldn't care less about their own lives, let alone yours, is something to avoid. Where was he raging? I'm just trying to figure this out. Because I love how they keep saying that Karmelo, first it became Karmelo stabbed the boy. Then all of a sudden, he was causing a ruckus, and then the boys had to step in. Then it became the new theory they're floating around, family, is Melo went into the tent to go rob people. That's the new theory. And apparently, his 3.7 was his dad adding up the 3 years, 9th, 10th, and 11th, saying he had under a 2.0 average. That's how they got to the 3.7. Okay. I may find that meme and show it to you just so you don't think I'm lying. Hell yeah, I pulled out a knife on a bully when I was 19. Guy probably still feels shocked that happened. I think it's a good thing myself. Do the unexpected and I'll learn the hard way. So if someone was parked in your driveway effing around, you would just walk by and leave them be. Be serious, Anthony. Did you see the story about what happened? What the fuck? Is it this? Okay.
One, two, three. Ah, shit.
So you're insinuating that that tent was the property of the Metcalf brothers?
Jesus Christ. Is this a joke? Huh? Are you joking right now?
He's not. They're serious. Okay. Somebody said call the cops. And then Solo, shout out to Solo Dolo. That's a false equivalency. If it's your driveway, it's your property. You have a right to defend that. That tent was not the brother's property. They had no right to try to remove that boy. I don't understand what we keep missing here. White supremacists, I'd rather you just come outside and say the reason why we're pissed off is this white boy lost his life and this black kid, he's not deleted over it. I'd rather you have said that. Interesting. Yeah, normal people don't fight with knives. Boy, you stupid. What is this? I figured somebody from the Boston area would say something like this. And look, he's so creative. So you live in Boston, say less. Anyway, describe a normal person: straight Christian, active before military, athletic build, zero medications. Doesn't start right there. Decent start right. Oh my God. Miss Niecy, don't get mad at me for what I'm about to say. Gray Black Shark, don't get mad at me for saying that. Any military veterans, don't get mad at me for what I'm about to say. This is not indicative on y'all. I don't think based on our history of how we treat the veterans in here, I don't think you should say this. I don't think so. Because the way the government fucks our military over, they leave normal and they don't come back normal. Don't do that. Do not invoke the military on this. They have nothing to do with this. And this is where I know this country is going into hell, because we don't even respect the people that are protecting us. And I ain't talking about the police. I'm talking about the veteran. So please don't do this. But if y'all want to get at me for saying that, I understand. Well, look, Sam Lang, Jesus going to be whipping them at the gate. He waiting for all these motherfuckers. They're going to try to sit at the money table, and he gonna whip all of them. Department of Government Efficiency question: do y'all in the live chat think that the snowflakes for the slide for? No. They haven't slid for that man yet. Where is the protest? Where's the protest? There's not one. There hasn't been one. These are the same folk that didn't slide for Lake and Riley. They only wanted to get active if they thought it was one of us that did it. And this situation right now just disproved that theory. Because it would have made more sense for them to go outside for that girl because it was illegal that did it. But they didn't move. They saw black people, and y'all can go back in the saga. They saw black people outside. We're the ones saying, y'all got to figure out what the hell happened. How come we had more empathy for that young white girl than y'all did? We wanted to kill her found more than y'all did. Torian was there. I was there. Miss Niecy and everybody in the chat was there. We saw it. All those social media posts, it was mostly everybody talking about that Lake and Raleigh story was not white. They thought it was just another campus murder. It was probably some co-ed. They didn't say no RIP to the family. They didn't say no justice for her. They were like, this is a white girl that got killed. We need to find out justice. They said, oh, it just happened on campus. We leave it alone. Then again, it started ramping up because they thought it was one of us, because it was University of Georgia and they know how many black people down here. So they thought it was one of us. Hell, I even saw a theory. They thought it was somebody on the football team. Then it came out it was the illegal. Then they got active. And then it died down because he got arrested. There was no protest at the school. Nobody said pull their funding. None of that. It was only us and others who were running around saying, hey, do not let this story die because we know what's going to happen. Then they started acting funny, and then that's when you started hearing the Lincoln Riley act and all that because they looked embarrassed. What? Gotta love them. Because Christians are really normal people.
Threatened and child, listen.
I'm about to piss people off in my comment thread again. Motherfucker got mad at me because I said on Sunday, God is prejudiced. Or what was it, Saturday? One of them days. I said God is prejudiced. They got mad at me, boy. But I had that discussion anytime you want. I prove it. Anyway, we continue. There's a ton of people like that in this country. They take it upon themselves to be the hero. Find out really quick. It's unfortunate. Fair. But it does not absolve the murdered. Please, these are really dumb examples of justified murder. Here's a good one. Person 1 pulls knife, person 2 pulls knife and kills one person. Justified. Yes. That's justified. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You pull a knife on me, I pull a knife on you. It's mutual combat. We fighting. And ain't nobody finna begrudge me. Especially if people are around. They gonna be like, nah, the motherfucker on the ground pulled a knife on him. He was protecting himself. Game over. I'm going home. Jordan Williams, which I'm going to show you later. Somebody tried to invoke Jordan Williams. It didn't work. It's a lesson for young men to keep your emotions in check. It still isn't clear what the argument was about or if it was about anything at all. Try again. See, this is what I mean. This was 4 hours ago. Whoever you are, or you one of them. There's so much information that's come out since then. How the hell do you still write this? Let me help you. Carmelo Hayes kept his emotions in check till he was pushed to the point where it wasn't going to happen anymore. It wasn't going to stop. He gave that boy 2 ample warnings. Leave me alone. The boy escalated it, and the boy got what he got. Again, unfortunate. Leave people alone. Again, they should have went and got an adult after he said, I'm not leaving. Go get an adult. I'm sure there were people that represented the school. You could have went and got one of them and said, you got somebody from a rival school underneath our tent. Can you please move them? Let the adult handle that. Unfortunately, this speech don't work in real life. People capable of anything. Don't start no ish, won't be no ish. Really as simple as that. Same with road rage. Better control your temper. You just never know who you effing with. I always wonder why people would purposely try to fight people. It makes no sense. Assuming you will win is always a mistake. And like you said, there's no way to predict the person's reaction. Here we go. You're right, but how many white people have to die by the hands of black people before you see the innate degeneracy and ingrained violence of the Black American culture? You gotta love when he just be putting up these fucking stats. Oh man. Never mind. By the way, never mind. We're not even gonna go there. Never mind. You gotta love it. Oh, but there was more. Oh, you thought that was it? Hell no. He got more. So ABL put up the video of homeboy in Virginia deleting old dude for playing that prank on him. He said, remember this? Or remember everyone saying this guy was right for throwing hot bullets at someone in the mall, probably a gun-free zone, which most malls usually are, over a YouTube prank, and he beat the case. Let's see what they said in that one. Man, you fell off a long time ago. Defending that POS is so stupid. There's no discernible argument in favor of him stabbing the kid in the heart. You and other blacks' reactions legit create more racism than the event itself. First off, we didn't even bring race into this. White people did. We just played on their field, and they don't like it because we winning. The way to attenuate the natural and unavoidable racism stemming from this is to loudly and ambiguously speak the truth. Karmelo is a violent, emotional POS who murdered a boy over perceived disrespect. That's not why he murdered him, but again, this they don't look at facts. A savage subhuman monster whose parents should also be tried and disciplined. Oh, Steve Torian, where are you? Are you still here? Give yourself a round of applause. And give Ohio, give yourself a round of applause. That Ethan Crumbley screwed the system up, boy. Now you can jail parents. Now white supremacists like, wow, they changed the rules on us. So now everybody that commits a crime that's under 18, their parents gotta go to jail now. So now they want to just lock up whole families now. They said, fuck it, it's there. Let's just lock up everybody. Okay, we're gonna lock up the babies too. All right, keep that same energy. 82 people in the room, hit the like. Keep that same energy. Because I swear to God, if it comes out that old boy was the aggressor on the stand, that means that Hunter, what was the father name? Jeff, and the mama gotta go to jail, right? All three of them gotta go to jail. Are y'all ready for that? Not Reparation Nation. Usually malls have signs up saying no weapons, and they usually have the gun listed. Plus, he was being effed with. Now, he beat the charge, but I think he got hit with a fine for having the gun. If I remember, I think he did get charged with a fine for having that gun. So ABL said, I wouldn't want someone with this hateful mentality to watch me. So it's fine that you say I fell off. I take it as a compliment. Get some. I don't watch you, but nice try to deflection. Karmelo is an evil POS. He said, I'm glad you don't watch me. That's a good sign. I don't want to attract hateful people. The murderer was a hater. How is he a hater? Now he's a hater. And you support him. So nah, you're talking BS, dude. I don't hate anyone, by the way. Oh, you don't hate nobody, but he a piece of S. Hey, he's subhuman, but you don't hate nobody. What if I told you about the American racists? They'll say something within 10 seconds on themselves. We ain't got to just say no more about this. He wasn't intentionally sitting somewhere he knew he wasn't supposed to be sitting just to provoke a response, though. Huh? What? They can't even write. And it's the same dude from before. He can't even write. This doesn't even make sense. He wasn't intentionally sitting somewhere he knew he wasn't supposed to be sitting just to provoke a response. What? Sir or ma'am, I don't know who's talking here. There were people in that tent, and they already said that he didn't bother anybody in there. So what was he looking for? The only people that bothered him were the two brothers. So I don't know what you're talking about. They just love to lie, bro. He said he was intentionally sitting somewhere he was not supposed to be, or was he sitting under a tent to seek shelter from the downpour rain that was happening at the time? Nah, he brought a weapon because he had a prior issue with the... Now we're making this up. He had a prior issue with the white kid? I did not know this. And I've been searching. Y'all heard me yesterday say I've been looking to see if they had run-ins before. When did this happen? Huh? And even if he did have a prior, how did he know that the kid was going to be there? He the detective now. I see this. Then he went and sat somewhere he knew he would have a confrontation, premeditation all day. Just N-words, can't take accountability. Where did he get this information from? They believe anything they see on social media now. That's crazy. They ain't even vetted. I saw people believe a Facebook post from a reporter down there. She put something up. They keep circulating it, even though the reporter said that was misinformation and took it down. They're still circulating it. That's crazy. He said that was an interesting goalpost shift into an unfounded rumor with a little bit of cowardly racism on top. Can't even write the full N-word. Because remember, these are the same folk, ABL, who said that. Because I've told him this. I'm like, you might as well just say the whole word. He's like, nah, Elon gonna ban me. I'm like, why are you scared of Elon? He on your side. He let it ride. Just say it. Damn. And they supposed to be tough. They tough. They scared to say the N-word, but they said words shouldn't matter. Words should. They said words shouldn't bother you, but that they so scared to write the word out. Come on, write the N-word. Jesus Christ. All right. Damn, that's an old man. Africa is the mission. Okay. Say less. The incident sadly didn't involve a black man allegedly defending himself. Same people who gave this man a break and rightly so, quick to condemn the black man without even seeing a video of the incident or waiting for all the facts to come out. In my opinion, ABL is exposing himself as a leftist with his takes. Now it's a leftist take. Okay. The Atlanta Black Star is reporting that Karmelo Anthony was asked to leave an area designated for another school's athletes and challenged the murder victim to a fight. What? Let me see this. Let's look. A teenager accused of told police he acted in self-defense, warning the victim, touch me and see what happened. Let me see. I want to see where he says this. Anthony had no business being there, but appeared to take offense. He opened his bag and pulled his hand inside before allegedly warning Melfa, touch me and see what happens. He refused to back down, and they called Anthony's butt by lightly touching him. However, witnesses said Anthony didn't make a move right away. He said he challenged Metcalf to a fight to settle the matter then and there. That's when Metcalf reportedly grabbed Anthony to force him out of the tent. So he wanted to fight him. Sounds like mutual combat to me. That sounds like mutual combat. Sounds like the start of mutual combat. Let me look. Most people know it's against the law to punch. This is Texas. Most people know that it's against the law to punch or otherwise assault someone. But did you know that the Texas mutual combat law allows a certain situation for two parties to fight and injure one another without legal consequences to a certain degree? The law behind certain mutual combat is being allowed is Texas Penal Code 22.06. The law states that a party charged with assault can argue that the alleged victim consented to the fight. This defense may apply in the following circumstances. The fight did not result in seriously bodily harm. The alleged victim was aware of the risk but consented. Interesting. Okay. Seconds later, we all know what happened. More than 30 people witnessed the attack, with people saying a black knife was used to stab Metcalf once to the chest. After stabbing, Anthony reportedly tossed a knife in the bleachers, where it was later recovered by authorities. We knew that. Right. So he challenged him to a fight. Attorney Mike Howard indicated that proven self-defense case could be problematic, especially since the victim was unarmed. He added that prosecutors may focus on the possibility that Anthony's actions somehow provoked Metcalf's response. A person claiming self-defense cannot provoke the incident and then claim self-defense when they act. How did he provoke the incident, though? This is what I mean. How did he provoke it? Okay. I love how these people are just trying to skirt it and try to change the narrative. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. He called him a leftist. Only the left is agreeing with you? I guess you need to go down the timeline. Because conservatives are having infighting right now over this. Maj Toure and them solutionaries and others, they're like, where is this? How do you look at this and not say this is self-defense, but you claim in about 2A and all this? All right. Well, CM Lane, these were the same folk who also sat there and said he didn't have his father in his life. And the father came out and defended him. The uncle came out and defended him, and they still say that he had no father in his life because you haven't seen him on TV yet. Next, they're going to say, oh, the father just around because the son is publicized now. He looking for a payday. Yeah, because I'm sure people are going to pay the father. Okay. I actually don't think he was in the right. But when you are in a space you lawfully allowed to be, you can claim self-defense. When you're in a space you are not supposed to be and you refuse, you leave, you can't. Huh? Whatever. It's illegal to sit on the 10-on bleachers at a high school track meet. Is it illegal to bring a weapon to a school function? Do you know how many people have weapons in school? You would be shocked. Oh, so why aren't y'all advocating for people to check their bags? It's funny that they're not blaming security. He walked in with a bag. Shouldn't security have checked it? Why hasn't none of these people said that? And one, he didn't delete anyone. Two, malls aren't necessarily gun-free zones. What? Go ahead and take a gun in a mall and see what happens. Two, it's two dudes following him as he tries to leave. What are you talking about? He wasn't leaving. But anyway, the opposite of Anthony, who threatened two dudes because he didn't want to leave area he wasn't supposed to be in. Huh? I don't know what these people be talking about. They just be writing stuff. Both situations didn't justify the response and the state enacted as justice. What are you? Did I miss something? Are they talking about this? Yeah. Okay. Man, I thought I was missing something. Both situations didn't justify the response. The man in the video told you he'd been pranked before. And he's a delivery person. He told you why he had the gun. Here we go. Cry more about it while addressing the percentage of black men who kill other black men every year. Y'all are perpetual victims. Boy, you want to talk about how many white people kill white people every year? And white men killing white men. Where do you think the term postal came from, sir? The reason Karmelo had a bag was because he's a track athlete. That's why he had a bag. But anyway, there's that. Now I want to show you this. So this person on Maj Toure's, Maj Toure wrote a redistribution of wealth, aka socialism. This is what right of center and pundits advocate for when convenient. Do not listen to these people. They're unconstitutional, easily bought, and unprincipled. And the Gunther Eagleman idiot, aka the influencer who's been caught taking money to put up posts. We're not telling anything that's a lie. You could go look this up. He already got caught back in January, shilling for wind energy in Texas. and who's still getting paid by an influencer agency, because some of these posts are very robotic. And I've seen the same posts on other people's pages. So he's getting paid to post these, but that's okay. He said all that money should be seized and given to the victim's family. See? They don't want to save the country. They just want to be celebrities, but okay. So this Jason person said, how about we just don't allow people that murder others to raise money online? If a white man murdered a black person and we raise hundreds of thousands of dollars to protect him, how would you feel? Interesting that he said that.
What the hell?
George Zimmerman, sir.
You want some more?
We might have more. Dylan Roof.
You want some more?
We might have more. Peyton Gendron got money. Did y'all know that? Yeah, he got money.
You want some more?
We might have more. Daniel Penny.
You want some more?
We might have more. Derek Chauvin.
You want some more?
Might have more. Van Dyne up in Chicago. He got money. The FOP raised money for his defense.
You want some more?
Might have more. The cops that assaulted Abner Louima, I bet y'all didn't know that they got money from their fellow cops.
You want some more?
We might have more. Give me names. How many white people have we seen get money for deleting somebody? And Daniel Penny's was most egregious because you had politicians come outside and put money on them. DeSantis and Vivek put $20,000 on that man. There you go, Rittenhouse. Can't believe I forgot about that piece of crap.
You want some more?
What do you mean? Brock Turner, there you go.
You want some more?
Please don't tell this lie.
You want some more?
I bet you Daniel Pantaleo, whatever the hell his name is, Pantaleo, got money after deleting Eric Gardner.
You want some more?
What is you talking about? Sean Grayson got money.
You want some more?
Y'all just gave this boy's family money, and he started the shit.
You want some more?
Kim Potter, there you go.
You want some more?
They gave the Tennessee cop who got ran through money.
You want some more?
Y'all are insane. Fam, back in the day before we even had these online crowdfunding and what you call it, and fundraising things, they gave Susan Smith people money. They gave that white.
You want some more?
They gave that white man who murdered his whole family. They gave him money.
You want some more?
They gave John Benet Ramsey family money.
You want some more?
Come on now. We not doing this. They give killers money all the time. Hold up. I almost forgot one. Y'all were ready to give Luigi Mangione money.
You want some more?
Please. Thank you. Them motherfuckers that got beat up down in Montgomery got money.
You want some more?
Knock it off. I forgot what his name was, but he sat up there and made that impassioned plea on TV. The one that deleted his old lady in California made an impassioned plea talking about how she disappeared. Go find her. Motherfuckers was sending this man money. He ain't even asked for it. They were sending money to help get private investigators to go help with the search. Whole time he deleted him. He deleted her. So miss me.
You want some more? Do you? All right, bim, bam, boom. Somebody get this nigga out of my way.
So my story said, don't allow. What type of government worship is that? Daniel Penny raised $3 million. Damn, I didn't even know it was that much. I saw no issue there, see no issue here. Then he said, I need to see evidence of self-defense. We have it, and it's all just been he said, she said. Penny didn't murder anyone. The cops did it by refusing to help him. So now it's the cops' fault.
No. Bro, ain't no motherfucking way, bro. Ain't no motherfucking way.
That shit just happened 2 years ago. How quickly we forget. The cops were the reason why he died now. Not Penny keeping him in a chokehold after he wasn't breathing no more and the two idiots holding his arms. It wasn't them. It was the cops. The cops. Sir, if the cops refused to give him assistance before EMS got there, they'd be fired and charged. Were any cops fired and charged? Maybe I missed it. Somebody could educate me. Did them cops that investigated it, did they get charged? The point you're trying to avoid is Daniel Penny was charged with the death and he crowdfunded. I didn't care because he had a right to counsel, and those that want to voluntarily donate have a right to do so as well. Anyway, though, you can donate to Austin's family instead. How much you in for? Then he said, I'm poor, dude. I don't donate to these causes. Penny was charged, but why? Another man did the same exact thing Penny did shortly after he was charged and walked. They invoked Jordan Williams. And again, which I'm going to explain to him later, because I jumped into this. So here you go. He brought it up. We all know what happened. So I said wrong, not the same thing. I wrote same, but fucking phones. Jordan Williams and his girlfriend were being harassed and the guy put hands on her. Plus he was abusing others on the train. That's why the cops let him go. I meant to say the grand jury, but you know what I mean. He got charged. He made bail. He went home. Grand jury said, we looked at all the evidence. He was cool. He did enough to satisfy self-defense, and they let him free. And I gave him the screenshots. He said, thank you. So how was this case different than Penny's? Both were protecting themselves and others, but only one has to go through the process of proving it. Why? Jordan Williams literally went through the process of proving it. What do you mean? Did he not read this and did not understand that Jordan Williams went through the process? Oh, you mean court? Which is the same thing Jordan Williams went through. He went through the grand jury process, which is court. And they voted a no bill to put him on trial. Sounds like he went through the process. Jordan Williams had to get a lawyer. Sounds like he went through the process. Okay. There you go. Jason Goldman. Okay. So I said Penny attacked Jordan after he passed him, which we all know happened. Jordan touched nobody, which we know happened. Jordan Williams was protecting the train car after he was grabbed and his girlfriend was punched. It was an established threat. You could go read that whole story. Penny stepped in when dude threatened a mother holding a stroller. He should have never been charged, but because of the color of his skin, he was. Two justice systems are wrong, always have been. I said again, you're telling Porky's. The mother admitted he was loud and scary, but he didn't touch her. I watched this whole saga. She said, I was protecting my baby. He wasn't, he was loud and threatening, but he didn't touch me. They asked her, did he touch you? She said, no, he was just acting crazy. And I was looking for a way to escape. You can go look up the transcript. And then I said, and his skin color had nothing to do with it. He got charged because he committed a crime and the police released him without charges, which we all saw happen. We were screaming for a week. How do y'all let that man walk away with no charges? And they couldn't find him. Who remembers when they couldn't find him for like 3 days? Nobody knew where he was. Like he disappeared off the planet. Because his cop family hit his ass upstate. That's why. But nobody want to bring that up. All right. It took the public, all races, to demand it. Here we go. It took a crooked DA to make it happen. A DA that will allow violent criminals back on the street the same day with no bail. The same DA said one man acted in self-defense and the other didn't, even though witnesses said that he was protecting them. Spin it all you want. Again, what was the threat level of Jordan Neely? So, and I said this during the whole saga, we're now, you conservatives and those who act like it, y'all are advocating now we take out people yelling on a train. Where is the line? I think Luigi Mangione established a lower line. Now we get to delete people because my health bill is too high. Or they deny me coverage. Or they won't pay for everything. Is that what we're going to do now? Let us know what the line is. And of course, these people can't tell you what the line is because they know that's going to come with a certain level of accountability. And they're going to have to sit there and answer that. But okay. So I said, we're blaming the DA now. I meant to say, forget the crime. I don't know why I wrote forever. Blame the lawyer. He's like, I'm blaming a messed up system of justice. Then I asked him to come prove it to me. And there was something else. I think there was something else. Then I'm not even going to show y'all this one because this fool thinks that he think that Austin came with the bag and Anthony took it from him. Huh? I swear. These folk, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, wait. I got more to show you with ABL. Wait a minute. What am I doing? I'm tripping over here. ABL had more. Let me see. Is it this? Yeah, ABL had more, boy. There was another post I want y'all to see. Where is it? Okay, we saw that. We saw that. Okay, here we go. I want to go back to the men are soft thing that I said the other day. One thing I know is that 95% of the negative comments about the track kids come from men. One thing women don't like about people like y'all is the inconsistency and the cowardice. It wasn't that, but I just saw that. I just want to see what it said. ABL, you what? Look at this. Glancing at like 5-year post, it's clear that you live in your own little bubble of victimhood. How did ABL victimize himself? I didn't know this. How do you murder him in cold blood? They don't even know what that term means. But anyway. So my story asks, do you think if Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony were both white, this case would have as many people upset? Why or why not? ABL said no. The narrative from the beginning was about black on white violence and nothing else. Most people don't even care about the kids involved. Facts. What happened to you, bro? I haven't seen as many of your videos lately, but unless I missed something, you either have a completely different mindset, personality, and moral compass on different platforms, or you suddenly become some racialized new Black Panther out of touch reality. Very strange. Either way, to ever act like anytime a white person does this to a black person isn't immediately about race is comically false and disingenuous on its face. Mm. The narrative about black on white violence is because that narrative is never allowed, though it's an absolute fact that everyone sees and knows, but is ignored. In fact, it's constantly the opposite narrative with zero examples of proof. You've lost the plot on this one, ABL. I watched your video on it too, and wow, not only has almost everything you said been ridiculous, but you doubled down on Daniel Petty joining Neely case and also said this one is worse because Neely didn't touch anyone. You and this touching nonsense is crazy. No, Neely didn't touch anyone. He just threatened to kill several people that were trapped with him. And that justified taking his life because he made a threat. Again, what's the line, family? Let us know. What's the line? Y'all were the same ones who say words shouldn't get you killed. Now you're justifying the fact that Jordan Neely should have been deleted because he made threats. He was restrained by Penny and others, not stabbed to death. He got choked out, sir. And he was held down. Okay, whatever might drop news, whatever. Let somebody come up from behind you, put you in a rear naked, and two people hold your arms, and you trying to fight out of it and see what happens. You don't think you want somebody to come help you? He said, was Carmelo trapped? Was he threatened to get killed? No and no. His brother, though, Austin's brother said he was trying to whip around in the back. He was trying to go around. He was trying to circle around. That's what he said. Why was he circling around? Because he knew if his brother swung and Carmelo fought back, he was going to go in and jump him. Oh, okay. So this mic drop news, he a tough one. He see two people, he gonna fight two people. Okay. Black on white violence in our narrative is an unfortunate truth. Oh my God. He said, yeah, but we're tired of niggas assaulting and abusing everyone around them. No more excuses for the violence and lack of rationality. Boy, y'all better stop. Damn, ABL, you was attracting some trolls, boy. Nasty word. Here you go. Thousands of people in the black, this Matt Walsh, thousands of people in the black community have rallied against Carmelo Anthony and given over $160,000 to his family as a reward for murdering a white kid. But y'all didn't say nothing when Daniel Penny got all that money. Y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all was putting up the links. Y'all didn't say nothing with Rittenhouse, I'm sure. I wasn't on the app during Rittenhouse. I'm sure. I'm sure y'all were pissed off when Breonna Taylor had to GoFundMe. I'm sure y'all were mad. And ABL quote tweeted and said, yeah, because black people are the only ones defending this person. Nobody else has the ability to donate money on the internet. Matt Walsh, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Walsh is dumb. Let me see. Let me see how many people are going to defend Matt Walsh in here. Let me see. Is ABL going to go full Amazing Lucas now? Here we go. I find it ridiculous that everyone is discussing their races when there are no indications race had anything to do with it. Well, the father already said it's not racial, but they don't give a damn about the father. That just shows you, family, them folk don't even care about their own. The father said, don't racialize it, don't politicize it, even though I gave him shit for politicizing it by going on Fox News and allowing his family to keep talking in the news, but just keeping it on the racial side. He said this wasn't racial. They say, fuck that. We'll ride for your kid, but that statement, fuck that. We're going to make it racial. Because we know damn well how they said it. If the roles were reversed, they would be sitting there championing this boy. He'd be talking to Trump right now. Promise you he would. Like somebody said, if this was two white kids, y'all wouldn't have said a word. No, I tell a lie. Y'all would have blamed the stadium. Y'all would have blamed the security. Because Matt Walsh and others poisoned the well from the beginning, which is why the story went viral. All that money just for him to be guilty. That'd be funny if he gets all that money and when he gets off, it's going to be funny. What y'all going to say then? Who else is? It sucks people are supporting this monster. Cool black people like you get swept up in this BS. I don't want to be racist, but this makes it really hard. I don't want to be racist, but BS like this makes it hard. So now we have cowardly racists.
Oh, cowards! All of them!
So we have cowards with we have racists with no heart. Come on now. Where y'all at? Y'all are really not your ancestors. Your ancestors would have stood on this business. Your ancestors would have been outside at that school. They would have been demanding everybody that was present, that's an adult, they have to speak to them in a public setting. I don't see none of this. Where is this? Where are you? Where are you conservatives calling for, hey, we all gonna click up and we going down to Frisco. We gonna stop at Buc-ee's on the way and we gonna go up to this school and we're gonna demand to see the city council. We want to see the school board and we want you to explain how this happened. I don't see none of this. Thank you, Patrick Tyler. It's been a while. The boy arrested and he's still going on with it. I hope you know what I want to have happen now, family? There was 90 people in the room. Hit the like. What I want to see now, I want to see them film that boy getting released. Piss him off more. That's what I want to see. Now we ain't talking about no lynching. I said they get Buc-ee's on the way to go see them white folk that are running that city and go ask them why nothing being done. That's what I want to see. But they too pussy. They rather go to California and talk about some trannies. They rather go to California and talk about protecting stuff and then getting into it with Antifa. That's what they rather do. Tatum Tots, since you talked on this, you live in Texas, sir. You could have easily drove to that town and figured out what was going on. You didn't do that. You sat in your house like a hoe and did your stuff on Breonna Taylor. Oh, you was working the angles. You was working the phone then. I actually gave you credit for putting out the jailhouse transcript. I wanted everything. I actually gave you credit on that. But you live in Texas, sir. Stop being a hoe. Go up there and find out what's going on, or you don't want to get embarrassed again. You're afraid to go outside, Antifa. Antifa might be in Frisco waiting for you. Let's be real. Majority supporting the guy are black. Mostly the identitarian types. He ain't wrong, big picture. Okay. Fake woke Republicans are so cringe. Matt has been posting L after L as of late because he's dumb. I love how it's taking y'all this long to figure out that Matt Walsh is dumb. Y'all liked him because he's early 30s with 6 kids. That's why y'all like him. Y'all are dumb. This is why I kept saying MAGA never vetted anybody. They allowed everybody to come in. Now, all of a sudden, and I want y'all to keep this in the back of your minds. When I said that, people said I was crazy. Now, all of a sudden, I'm starting to see people put up posts about how MAGA didn't vet nobody. I'm woke. And the reason why they started saying that was because Laura Loomer went to the White House, talked to Trump, and Trump fired 3 people based off her recommendations. Even conservatives are like, how do you allow this? Who the hell is Laura Loomer? Now they're talking about MAGA needs to start vetting people. We're in a situation we're in with MAGA because they didn't vet anybody. They let anybody in because they said they like Trump. Funny thing, we were telling you this for years, but you didn't want to listen. Everything was about make America great again. Great, Andrew. You look like you want to be the one. Come prove to me that he should go to jail. Because I guess you didn't see the title. Come prove it to me right now that Karmelo should be going to prison. Go ahead. Let's have fun. You could be the one. Wow. What I just tell you? When I'm finished with this, then you can. Thank you so much. The girl wants to play Astrobot. Let me finish the live, then you can play. Come on, Andrew Wright. You got the Sharingan. Come on. You got the insight. Come prove it to me. Come on. You can get it too, Glazer. Come on. Show it to me. The link right there. Come on. Prove it to me. How is it premeditated? Do y'all even know what premeditated murder is or what? Boy, come on. Can't be this hard. Stand on it. Bullshit. Because if this was somebody else with an AR, y'all wouldn't be saying this. I promise you, y'all wouldn't be saying this. Come stand on it. Can't be this hard. Y'all talking tough. It can't be hard. Come on. Andrew, you talking too much. Click that link. Let's go. I ain't no liberal. See, this is what you already lost the debate. I ain't a liberal. Let's go. Now I already know you're going to lose this argument. You think I'm a liberal. So you're already coming in with assumptions, no facts. This will be easy. This is light work. I'll let my 6-year-old debate you and she'll win. And she don't know nothing about this case. Come on now. Can't be this hard. There's the link. I put it again. Whoever won it, come get it. Let's go. Can't be this. Y'all can't be this scared. Come on now. I'm black. This should be easy. I understand if it was a white boy. Y'all might be intimidated. I'm black. This should be easy for you. Come on. Remember, y'all tell us we got a sub 80 IQ. This should be easy. Come on now. What happened? It's dinner time. Nah, come stand on it. It can't be this hard. You definitive in your statement. Come, there's a debate there because I don't think he should go to jail. He's gonna get off. Pause. And I'll prove he'll get off. Pause. Come on now, it can't be this hard. It can't be. Oh, I get it. It's easy to type it. That's what it is. You got to look another man in the face and put that out. I get it. You can't look another man in the eye and tell him what you're thinking. I get it. I get it. Come on, can't be this hard. I want you to explain to me why he should go to jail. And it has to be more than he stabbed him. Jordan Williams did the same thing and he home. He enjoying his life and he was probably in his girlfriend last night. It should be more. That's not a rationale. I need you to put on your thinking caps. Let's go. Don't run now. Y'all missed the link again? Come on now. The chat ain't going that fast. Come on now. I ain't casting out in them. I don't got a fast chat. Come on now. Can't be that hard. Listen, the white supremacists, even if you bend over, they're not gonna smash. So it's okay. We can have a rational conversation. Come on now. Nothing? Y'all don't want it? All right, say less. Oh, man. All right. Well, Patrick Tyler, that post was fake. So I'm just gonna let y'all know that post was fake. And we still don't know if he smashed his cell phone or not. That's not confirmed yet. So I'm being careful about. Nah, I ain't gonna block them. I want their messages there. I need y'all to understand this. A lot of stuff is gonna come out. You gotta vet it before you put it out there. Let's not put that. I'm not putting that in the air because we don't have any confirmation. I'm only telling y'all what has been confirmed. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that reporter meme. Damn, I wish I remembered her name. Wait, I replied to it. Let me see. No, I'm not paying you to get verified. Leave me alone. Let me see. Damn, I did a lot. So look at this. This is one of them. Who brings a knife to attract me? Now, you could already see somebody just created this, but okay. People buy private tents for their friends and family and to keep their belongings somewhat safe. Carmelo Anthony was going around looting the tents and got caught. So we just making things up. He was looting. Okay, funny thing. Okay, so he was looting tents, right? How come the cops did not say that he had stuff in his bag from other people that didn't belong to him? Since we're going to put stuff out in the air like that, where is your proof? Cite your sources. Oh, yeah, this was the other thing. Well, I'm not even going to show you that because of course, he blocked me because he's a hoe. This woman said, why he go in the tent? Because it was raining. Next question, please. I think, damn, I can't find it. I thought oh, here it goes. So this reporter, Amelia Mugavero from CBS 11 down there, she wrote new information about the investigation into the stabbing death of a 17-year-old Frisco student athlete. CBS News Texas has learned from law enforcement sources involved in the investigation that 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, pictured to the left, the suspect in the murder of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, had previously been suspended for bringing a knife to school. Law enforcement sources tell us that 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony should have been in class at Centennial High School and was skipping school yesterday when he allegedly stabbed Austin Metcalf following an altercation. We have not received a response from Frisco ISD to that information. How the hell did he skip school when they had an entire district-wide event? How the hell did he skip school? How did he skip school? I'm just trying to figure this out, family. This was a student event, right? How did he skip school? Wasn't he on the track team? How did he skip school? That would indicate that the other students were skipping school, right? Wasn't this at like 4:30 in the afternoon? So how did he skip school? Okay, so kill it. Where is it? Okay, so it's gone. Someone help me. Can I get some help? When did this happen? Okay, it says it's Wednesday. Pretty sure this was in the afternoon. So how do you skip school? I listen, I went to school along with y'all. They don't have track meets in the morning time unless either school is out or it was the weekend. Somebody else walked up in here. Okay, sure. Come on in here and tell me why he should go to jail. It shouldn't be this hard. You talking tough. It shouldn't be this hard. So he should be in jail for being black. Come prove it to me. Sir, the force was proportionate. That man gave him 2 ample warnings to leave him alone. And he was with his brother. And the brother said on TV he was circling around. Why do you circle around? Because you knew if your brother would have swung or he would have swung first, the brother would have jumped in. Sounds like a threat to me. But again, you tough talking. Click that link. Come prove it to me. Use your words. Come on. It's easy to type. Let's go. Can't be that hard. Yes, it was false information because she took it down. But they took the screenshot and circulated it. Ah. Yeah. That was another one that pissed them off. ABL said, don't put your hands on somebody if they're not bothering you. How do you shoot? You got to love this one. N-word. See, another one I can't write the N-word. You MFers cry every time a black person is shot with any weapon that isn't a gun. Huh? So we're getting shot with arrows? I didn't know this. When last time a black person got shot with an arrow? Well, y'all got to see this comment. It's hilarious. When's the last time we got shot with arrows? When's the last time we got shot with a BB gun? Shot. Oh my God. But advocate for red rum because someone touches you for being where you don't belong after asking you to leave. Who was he? Who was he? Who is Austin Metcalf to tell that boy to move? Who is he? There we go. You American, but you say God be with the Africans, boy. And then you put all them flags in there. European heritage. Boy, you man. Oh my God, they be telling on themselves. Look at them. They be telling on themselves. Rebel of Christ. You go up there with that hashtag on your stomach, and Jesus and his father gonna beat the crap out of you. Jesus is going, listen, the way most of y'all be acting on social media, Jesus, his sandals finna be red. They gonna be some red bottoms. He gonna be stomping all y'all. That man gonna have to put his hair up in a, well, he black. He gonna have to put his hair up in a do-rag and stomp y'all off. We gonna get Jesus some of them holy Tims. Share, you talking too much. Click that link. I'll tell you what the N word is right now. Stop talking. Click that link. I don't want to hear no more talking. You don't click that link, leave. Now you got a first warning. We gonna do this. We gonna recreate what Karmelo did to Austin Metcalf. I'm giving you fair warning. Click that link or leave. You still talking. Second time. Either click the link or leave. And if you don't click the link, watch what happens. You're gonna see what happens. Nasty work. They said, just a quick timeline, Clezer. They said, my man said, hear me out on Leah Boston. Where the bros at? What y'all doing with this? Who climbing? Which one of you bros that are single climbing? Oh, the pit been open. I want to see. He might have left. We'll see. I see it though, family, because she took the colored hair out of her hair. Man, boy. And then for those who are in on X, this is the charts they put up. Demo said we was doing school shootings, the most school shootings in the country. Are you serious right now? This is what we doing? We've been doing the most school shootings. White people did barely any. This is what they said. This is what they said. Oh my God. And I had to hit him with the status of the data. I had to do it. Oh boy. Look, and this was the other one they put out. They said 2022, we did 56%. I'm like, Asians did none. Asians did none. Okay. Asians did none. Oh my God. Asians did none. Unknown 21%. And look where they got it from. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, this was the other one. So white people don't touch they don't do none of that CM. All right. All right. I guess Cher left. All right. But black women, as I said, see what I mean? I talk about wrestling and them tariffs. This was funny too. They don't want to save the country. They just want to be celebrities. There's another one of the MAGA idiots. And they all going to Jubilee now. This is the new MAGA grift. They all going to Jubilee. And then there was this. Here we go. Are you confident that if both parties remained of unknown race that you would still support Karmelo? Yes. I didn't look at the race, sir. Let me help you, sir, ma'am, or we don't discriminate over here. I didn't look at the race when I first heard this story. I looked at the situation. That was self-defense. That's called stand your ground in that state. The opposition's lawyer just came out and said that it's going to be tough to prove. No, it's not. Because between Karmelo, the brother, and the witnesses that were there, Karmelo gave him ample opportunity to leave him alone. Oh, you don't believe me? I figured you didn't. Let's help you. And we'll start winding down the live.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Texas is indeed a stand your ground state, allowing individuals to defend themselves when they perceive a threat to their life or safety. This law absolves individuals from the duty to retreat before using force in self-defense. However, it's crucial to understand that stand your ground laws have specific legal nuances, and the interpretation of what constitutes self-defense versus excessive force can vary. Therefore, while Texas enforces stand your ground laws, individuals must exercise caution and ensure their actions align with legal standards. Furthermore, you can legally employ deadly force when it's deemed absolutely necessary to prevent specific violent crimes like sexual assault, kidnapping, murder, or robbery. In order to qualify to claim self-defense, the accused must reasonably believe force was necessary to stop or prevent the target's use of unlawful force, not provoke the unlawful force, not be engaging in a crime, and use the minimum force reasonably necessary to defend oneself or another in this situation. Sounds like textbook stand your ground. Tell me something else. He didn't provoke the unlawful force. He wasn't engaging in a crime because he wasn't trespassing, because police said he had a right to be there. It was 2-on-1. He didn't know what the other brother was going to do. When you're surrounded, yeah, that's a threat. I love how y'all now sitting up here saying that you in a situation where your life on the line and somebody's circling around you to your back so you can't see him, that you should just allow it. You don't want to go home. That's what they telling us, family. Karmelo should have allowed him to get his butt kicked, or worse. That's what they wanted to happen. They wanted the boy to get beat up. I know I said what I said. Now leave me alone, Negro side. I realized it. I was going to get myself. Don't worry.
Pause.
You said at first I couldn't even remotely understand someone that supported Karmelo, but I could see it now. However, I still believe you're wrong. Stabbing a kid in the chest wasn't the minimal force necessary. Okay. He invited him to fight. There's another thing in Texas called mutual combat. He said we could throw hands. That's when Austin grabbed his bag. So he knew the fight was on. All this data and all this stuff I'm telling you, you can go look online and pick it up. We're in 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Not my crowd, your crowd, my crowd, all right. They understand this, what I'm about to say. We're in 2025. There's no reason to be ignorant about stuff going on out here. Actually, it does, sir. Actually, it does. Mutual combat does apply to weapons. I think y'all need to go understand that law. You can use weapons. It was mutual combat at that point. When the knife came out, mutual combat was ended. But you can use knives in mutual combat as long as nobody dies. And people can walk away. You gotta read that part of the law. I read it for the family earlier. That's why I said when he wanted to throw hands, sir, you can go look this up. You can literally go look it up. You can literally go look it up. Family, did we not go over mutual combat earlier? I literally just said it. He wanted to throw hands. That was mutual combat. It said the fight did not result in seriously bodily injury. The alleged victim was aware of the risk but consented. Karmelo literally threw out, let's do mutual combat. Let's throw it out. No, leave him alone. Again, that's why I said when the knife came out, mutual combat ended. The boy grabbed his bag and already put hands on him. The threat was established. He didn't know what that boy's next move was, especially if his brother was circling around out of the purview of Mr. Anthony. Sounds like he was about to get jumped. What are you supposed to do at that point? Take the ass whooping? Is that what you're trying to relate to us? He should have taken the ass whooping. Okay. They said it, not me, family. Karmelo Anthony with a K should have taken the butt whooping. 2 people, he should have taken it. Didn't bother nobody. Him defending himself and his property, he should have taken it. And the folk were here, sirs, because you knew here. The folk here, when I first talked about it, I said the young bull did too much. I even said that. I said the young bull did too much by pulling out the knife. But I still believe he should go home. Actually, no. CM Lang, he wouldn't have went home. He would have went home. That's mutual combat. He would have went home. As long as they're still alive and they could walk away, he would have went home. That's mutual combat. But remember, they said Jalen Walker had the gun on him. Remember, that was their justification. That's what all the white supremacists were running around saying. And the white supremacists didn't do their due diligence and their research. And what did we read? The gun was in the car. So he was unarmed. But they didn't look that up. They never looked that up. The cops even searched him after they did what they did and said, "Where's the gun? It's not on him." Did the kid grab Karmelo's bag after he already drawn his knife before? Genuine question. Before. Austin grabbed the bag. Melo grabbed it back and then opened it and put his hand in there. And he said, "Touch me and see what happens." You could go look at the live I did yesterday. We played the interview where he was standing on ABC 8 with his mama outside on their lawn, and he admitted that his brother started it. His brother grabbed the bag. His brother went after him because he said he was talking recklessly. Because he said, "I'm Melo." Okay. He said his name. You tried to push him out the tent one time. He told you, "Don't touch me." He did it again and then tried to grab his bag. He grabbed it back and said, he opened it up, put his hand in there, presumably to get the knife, and said, "Touch me again and see what happens." He touched him again. Even witnesses said he either lightly shoved him or he lightly punched him. And that's when it came out. And when after he did that and the knife started coming out, that's when the brother said he circled around and he even said, "Hey, I didn't even see the stab, but then I saw my brother go down." Am I going to get the new Fatal Fury? Nah, I'm saving my money for GTA 6. I'm good. Damn, I'm hungry. Oh. But again, all this stuff I covered yesterday. I covered it. I think yesterday was the only day I did it, right? Yeah. I covered that. No, second day. I covered it yesterday, and I think I covered it another day, but all this stuff you could find online. That's everywhere I got it from. Because see, I'm not like these folk online that just take social media posts and take it for truth. I look stuff up. They just, whatever narrative they follow, they look for stuff to go put up on their page so they can get engagement and get paid. No regard for the truth. That's why now you're seeing them, especially with these tariff stuff, they're putting up half the story to try to say, "Oh, look at what Trump's doing." But you go look this stuff up, it's like there's important context you're missing. Just like today, they said, "Oh, the Dow is up 300 points. I guess the tariffs are working." I'm like, no, the reason why it's up is because the Fed had that emergency meeting and people thought they were going to cut interest rates. You got to tell them everything. Well, CM Lang, if you don't want to pay $100 for it, I mean, that's fine. I'm going to pay for it and I'm going to stream it on my channel and griff thousands of views and see if I get that channel monetized by the end of the summer. So, yeah. You can watch me have fun. The only thing is I can't play the radio. That's the only thing. We're gonna get flagged. Well, copyrights all over the place. So there's gonna be no radio. I'm only gonna be able to play the radio when I'm not streaming it. But there you go. Again, it's 2025. You guys cannot be ignorant on what's going on out here when there's so much information. Got to use your mind. You got to see everything and you got to be able to wade through it. I think they said July. Let me look real quick. I think they said July. It's coming out. But then again, they could have changed it again. I know it's coming out this year. So it's either coming out in the summer or it's coming out like in the fall. But the last I heard, it was July. Well, it's probably going to be $100 because they're going to have that first day stuff. Okay, so they did change it again. Now it's the fall. Jesus, that's fine. They said it's $70 for PS5. I feel like if it's going to be 100, it's going to be because they're going to add some day one stuff like special gun or something. So you'd be like, that's cool. Well, I have the digital version of the PS5, so I'll just be able to pay for it, and then it'll just download the day of. Ernest Tyler sent me a Cash App $5. That's a blessing. Thank you so much. And you get this here. A light shove slash a light touch neither represent a force that represents a threat to Carmelo's life. Do you generally believe Karmelo was in fear for his life? Yes. Yes. It's 2-on-1. There's a threat right there to your life. Yes. Because here's another thing that y'all didn't bring up. Nobody else stopped these boys. Nobody told them to chill. What is the self-defense law? At what point are you allowed to use lethal force? You must be new. You just got here. You use lethal force when you have a reasonable suspicion that your life is on the line. We just read it. Again, Carmelo Anthony gave him 2 or 3 opportunities to leave him alone. And even gave him the opportunity to square up. Oh my God, here we go again. First off, they weren't at school. So I need y'all to stop saying that. He wasn't at school. They were in a stadium, but fine. He had it in his bag. You'd be surprised how many people have weapons in their bags, but fine. I guess we should just start policing tasers and mace now, right? Okay, that's 1. 2, it was raining. He ducked into the first tent that he saw. And before you tell me I'm lying, all the witnesses and the cops knew it rained that day. He jumped in the tent. It was the first one available. That's why he was there. Thank you so much. How is my definition of self-defense wrong when we just read it? Oops. Okay, great. I know what question you're asking. How to get in? You need to talk to security then. Oh, they weren't bullies. Yes, sir. He said touch. Yes. If you tell somebody don't touch you and they touch you, you're on the defensive, right? Yes, you should have an appropriate amount of fear because you don't know what that other person's going to do. Nobody said they were bullies. We're calling them bullies, but nobody of substance in the news or in media is saying that they were bullies. But I just have this question to ask you, sir. Who made Austin and Hunter the representatives for that school to tell that boy to leave? Because I've been asking this question for like 3 days. Nobody can tell me. Not one person. Glazer, if somebody pushes you multiple times, what is your reaction to that? I just want to know. Maybe we grew up different. You might be younger than me. You might be a young boy or a young girl. When I grew up, and when most of us grew up, if you shove me, I'm already on the defensive. If you do it again, then I know something wrong with you, and I might have to square up with you. 3 times, and you try to take my property, we squabble it. I'm sorry. I understand the times are different now, and these young people want to resort to weapons because they can't fight. But I grew up in the era where you could fight. I've won some and I've lost some. It's okay. We fighting because you can only take so much. Again, what y'all are missing and y'all won't acknowledge, the boy gave that man ample opportunity to leave him alone and gave him an opportunity to get his lick back by saying, you know what? Let's throw hands. We could just take the suspension. Let's throw hands. He ain't want that because his brother was there and he was acting tough. Because I guarantee you, if Hunter was not there, he wouldn't be doing what he did. I promise you. Most people act tough when they're in a crowd. I don't know nobody on earth that would see 2 people coming at them yelling, why you here? And you're not on the defensive already. And you are assessing a threat level. I don't know nobody that's ever done that. The only reason why y'all are going this hard is because he lost. Sorry. Y'all are new here. I want to do it correctly. My crowd know. He lost. That's why y'all are going hard. Because it wouldn't have mattered if they did mutual combat, and like somebody said, if he would have dropped them, y'all still would have been saying, oh, he needed to get charges. Well, Cosmo, that I don't even care about the size, because it would have been even funnier if that track star would have slept both of them. That I don't even worry about. What I'm worrying about is how y'all are watching twin boys, y'all giving them a pass. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How y'all giving them a pass? Why is none of y'all that are discussing this case saying, why would the brothers go in there and start trouble? When you see reports say that Karmelo was in that tent and nobody said that he was doing anything wrong, it was pleasant until them brothers showed up. Sir, Glazer, again, everything was calm until they walked in there. According to witness testimony, nothing was popping off until they walked in there saying, who are you? Get out of our tent. Why would you be on 10? You don't know what was going on in there. And again, even if you saw him in there, why didn't y'all go get an adult from your school to remove him? Who made them the representative to remove him? Sir, everybody already looked at every angle, and every angle leads to Karmelo defending himself. Do y'all realize if y'all send this boy to prison, you just told the entire country you can't defend yourself anymore? I hope y'all understand what y'all did. It's the same thing y'all did with Daniel Penny. Y'all told folk you can't defend yourself. You need to be deleted over words. Now y'all want this boy to go to prison. Y'all gonna tell people in Texas you can't stand your ground no more. You can't defend yourself. That's what y'all want. And there it is. See? I said it 5 minutes ago and he just said it. Karmelo should have just sat there and let them boys do what they were going to do to him. Mm. Mm. And there we go, family. We made it. Told you. They're pissed off that Melo did something. Mm. He was supposed to get knocked down and dragged out of that tent. They want to be in control of the FAFO. They want to be in control of it. That's exactly what you just said. Would you like me to highlight your comment again? Because we can do that. Would you like me to do that? Sir, you said people usually mind their own business up to a certain point. Most would ignore shoving or taking of a bag. Escalating the situation to an active fight and a murder is where people start to step in. Guess what? Nobody stepped in. It was escalating. Nobody stepped in. So tell me again where you didn't say that. You just said right here in your sentence, most would ignore shoving or taking of a bag. You wanted Melo to sit up there and not defend himself or his property. You wanted him to get beaten up by them brothers or whatever they were going to do to him. He was supposed to allow that. They don't even understand what they be writing. Okay, sir, the spectators didn't do nothing. So what does that tell you? They didn't push them and separate them. They didn't do nothing. They allowed it to happen. So what's up? Can we charge them too? Might as well charge them too. Let's play games. Charge them. They saw an escalate incident and did nothing. Charge them. Are you in favor of that? Because I love how y'all saying that of all the tents that he went in there to start trouble. That's cool. He went in there to start trouble. Yet nobody testified to that to them cops. He went in there to start trouble. You just said that. You said most people ignore it. He don't even realize what he said. You're basically saying Karmelo should have just let him take his bag. Now okay, so fine. According to your logic, fine. They take his bag. He wasn't supposed to do nothing. What was he supposed to do at that point then? They took his bag. What is he supposed to do? Tell me what he's supposed to do. We might be in that same situation. Did you ever think about that? They take his bag. He fights. He gets it back. He pulls the knife out. We still in the same situation. Y'all would be screaming premeditated even more now. By the way, what he did was not premeditated murder. Premeditated murder usually means you plan what you're going to do. But this is how I'm telling you, they wanted Melo to get his ass kicked so they could make fun of him online. They would have had, somebody would have had the video, they would have put it out there, and guess what? The white supremacists would have been playing it all day. Just like they played the video of that New York dude who went out to Arizona talking tough, and that white boy beat him up. It can't be this hard. It can't be. You better hope it don't go to grand jury. Grand jury to say, hey, ain't no charges here. What's going to happen if grand jury in Texas say no charges here? What you're going to say? They liberalize now? That's going to be the next thing? It's Frisco. It's Dallas. Dallas is a liberal town. That's the next thing? Y'all going to gauge how liberal Frisco is? I'm just trying to figure this out. Let me know how y'all gonna play this next, because I know y'all need to win. Because I love how y'all coming in here with the rationale that Carmelo Anthony should have defended himself. I wonder how y'all felt with Montgomery. Let me guess, the employees shouldn't have defended themselves. They should just let those drunk white people beat them up. Where were y'all on Coney Island when that mob beat up that black kid? Where were y'all? They just jumped him. No words, no nothing. They just jumped him. They was looking for it. Nothing? And then that lie y'all told that it wasn't national. I'm in Atlanta. Atlanta picked it up. That means it's national. New York picked it up. National. Over 1,000 news stations picked it up. That's national. So tell us again how it wasn't national. Talking about so because he was white. All right, dude. Okay. But Daniel Petty was national. Oops.
The only reason why I'm calling up because I heard Wallow call my name for something. I was busy feeding the dog. Yeah, I'm not kicking. Sorry about that. But anywho, good evening, KG. Good evening, family in the chat. Glazier, click the link. You doing all this damn typing in the chat? We want to hear your voice.
Here we
Say
go
it with your whole chest.
Here we go again. Oh my God. Why did the bouncer shove you, sir? This is what I'm talking about.
All the trolls, click the link.
Oh my God.
Y'all talking all this bullshit in the chat.
Hang on, Miss Neely. Why would a bouncer shove you, sir? That's not even what we talking about. Never mind. I'm not even answering that. Here we go. What was the Coney Island situation? Because any group of people that jump someone obviously go to jail. Did that not happen in the case? No. Okay, I'll explain it. A kid was waiting on the train in Coney Island, and 5 white boys came up and just started jumping them. Now, they arrested 2 of them, but no national coverage. Anybody could back me up on that. The national news didn't want to cover that.
KG, may I speak, please?
Yes, ma'am.
This is directed at all the trolls, not the family. The family already know how I do it. Y'all doing all this damn keyboard typing in other people's chats. We already know what your fucked up mindset is. We as black people, our ancestors, we ain't going along to get along. You want to bring the fucking funk? We will bring the fucking funk. Now click that damn link, Glazer, your pussy ass white supremacist. I said it.
I can't even be mad at her. She's telling the truth. Y'all had ample opportunity to come up here and tell me how he was wrong, how he should go to jail. It should be easy. But again, it's like I said earlier, y'all can't look another man in the face and say it. It's easy to type it online because you know somebody's going to back you up. Come tell me.
Damn brain dead fucks.
The only reason why I knew about that Coney Island situation is because I have ABC7 bookmarked in my phone because my people's still up there. I check on what's going on up there. That's the only reason why I knew about it. What's up? Go ahead and play Astrobot. Here. but keep it low.
Family, y'all know how I do. I'm straight, no chaser. But we are the WS need to know we are the fuck around and find out generation, along with reparation movement. We gonna speak our minds. We don't give a fuck how you like it. Deal with it, motherfuckers.
How was your day, by the way?
It's Monday.
Say less. You know what that means, right?
You can have that one, KG. But I will say again.
I'm just trying to make you calm.
No, I am calm. But Glazier said that I have nothing to contribute to the conversation. Dickhead, Glazier, I am the den mother in this chat. The family knows, so I can say what the fuck I want. Now what you gonna do, bitch ass?
Sorry, I'm trying to get this PS5 to work for this kid. Go ahead. There you go. Oh, because it's dying. That's one. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. You all right?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm good.
All right, say less. All right, I just want to make sure. I don't want your Monday to start off messed up already.
Oh, I'm good.
All right.
How are you?
School was fun. And just relax for the day.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah, Glazier, this is self-defense. What I'm doing, you talking cash shit. I can talk shit too, motherfucker. Easy my ass. You know how I do it.
All right.
You ain't got a point, bitch ass. You white. What's the point? Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Mods, make it do what it do.
Now leave it. I want the messages up.
Okay, leave it.
Leave the messages
I
up.
wish I could see your damn funky ass face, you ugly motherfucker.
Let's easy calm down. Come on. It's about to be 9 o'clock.
I'm good. I'm being petty, boo-boo.
I know
Don't you know the difference?
Nah, baby, you just had a birthday. You found another revolution. Don't start off the revolution like this.
Why can't I?
Because you come on. We need you around for another 40 years. Come on now.
All right. But I'm still talking shit.
You talk shit, but you ain't got a yellow on it. I don't want that damn dog up again.
I'm so you don't want the what?
I don't want that damn dog shutting up again. You heard what I said.
No, the dog is next door. It ain't my dog.
The dog gonna come over. Hey, that dog in the kitchen right now. Jump through the window.
You so crazy.
That ass.
Glacier ain't gonna click that link.
What
He
the
ain't had
hell you
over half
want?
an hour.
Hold on.
He prefers keyboard, picking on the keyboards. Hey, Eric.
Hey, what is the Bull Dyke logo on? Look, just like the Georgia Bulldogs, they can't get nothing working right.
Well, we won the SEC championship last season. No start, sir.
Huh? Did y'all win the chip though?
No, them suck ass from Ohio State won it, but we won our conference though. I will give them that though. We did
Right, you
two
won the
though.
conference, but you did not win the chip. Who beat you?
The Lucky Charms of Notre Dame beat us by 13 points.
There
So
you go.
congratulations to Lucky Charms. They
Kirby was
finally
not
beat
smart
Georgia.
that day.
Good
Well,
evening,
he gonna be
Eric.
well, hey sister, how you doing? He gonna be smart this year.
You better hope. But
We
anyway,
got
what's up?
we got Glock 14 as our quarterback. We had to get rid of that skeleton and send him to Miami.
Oh, you talking about misfire?
Yeah, we talking about the dude who been getting his cars tucking down there in the 305. But yeah.
All right, say less. What's up?
Nothing, man. I see you holding it down for the family. Talking about this situation with brother Karmelo.
I just want somebody to prove to me how he should go to jail. Just prove it to me. It can't be this hard.
I don't know, man. I think these folks overdosing in the audience over mayonnaise or something, because I don't see how they can prove that point of him actually trying to go to jail.
It's like somebody just said, "Hey, y'all let Rottenhouse get away with this."
Yep, y'all let the Pillsbury Doughboy get away with killing people.
Y'all let Rottenhouse get away with this.
Hey, G. Highlight Dickhead's last comment in the chat, please. And don't you worry about how I act. I'm on the real, motherfucker. My family knows this.
Sir, respectfully, we gave you ample opportunity, and you and I had a good conversation, but I gave you ample opportunity to come up here and explain yourself. Even when I gave you the information, you were still trying to say it was wrong. I put up definitions, you still said I was wrong.
The classic, I'm white, and I say so.
Hang on. Honestly, at that point, I can't talk to you no more. All this stuff I told you is true. You can go look this up. You want this boy to be convicted so bad because he took an L. I don't understand that. If y'all are over here in this country in this time saying that if you do something to me, I'm allowed to respond in kind. You cannot sit up here and look at this situation and say, hey, that boy can't respond the way he did. Now, again, I said the young bull did too much with the knife. But y'all are advocating that this boy should not have been able to defend himself. Y'all said nothing about, how come all of y'all have said nothing about why those two had to go start with it? I haven't seen that argument one time.
Hey, you already know the answer. It is, I'm white and I say so.
So how are we gonna get past this?
We're not.
If y'all
but we gonna deal.
If y'all can't get past that, how are we supposed to get past and get these children right? How? Because again, it wasn't us that racialized this. This was the white conservatives.
It's always white people. They the shit stirrers of the earth.
They racialized this. Because you can go look back at all of us when we started talking about this. We didn't bring up race. Not one time.
It's always white folks.
We started talking about race when they brought it to that level. And we only brought up race just to make them look like hypocrites. Because again, I love how they're saying what they're saying about this case, but then they said the exact opposite with Daniel Penny. The exact opposite.
Because it's obvious. The white folks can do whatever the fuck they want. But we as black people ain't supposed to do shit. No. Like I said again, and I will say one more again. This is the fuck around and find out generation. So take that, WS fuckers.
The roles were reversed. Okay. The roles were reversed. Guess what? The boy would have got arrested. I'll help you since y'all don't want to say it. If the roles were reversed, the boy would have got arrested. If Austin Metcalf stabbed Carmelo Anthony, he'd be getting arrested. I love how y'all run outside and say, oh, the streets would be on fire. Yeah, but the boy would still be getting arrested. Y'all would be out there screaming he shouldn't have gotten first-degree murder. That was manslaughter. Y'all would be arguing that. Why aren't y'all arguing what happened with Melo? Why is that first degree?
KG, highlight Rosalind's comment, the one they refused to take no for an answer. Metcalf refused to take no for an answer, and where is he now? No said. Mic drop.
Where y'all on Hunter Metcalf? What he said? Do I have to play the video again? That boy gonna be the star witness of the state on cross-examination because that boy lied twice to the media. He told them 2 different stories. 2. I can't wait for Carmelo Anthony's lawyer if they get that far. I can't wait for him to cross-examine him. He gonna catch him in a lie.
Yeah, he better be lucky because if he get his ass in that courtroom, that dude gonna slice his ass up. So I don't know.
How you tell Fox News one story and then you tell ABC 8, a local affiliate, a different story? How?
Because he's white and he said so. That's how.
Y'all gonna
But
learn,
yeah,
boy.
it don't surprise me because some of these Twitter spaces been real hectic, and brother Great Black Shark is having a conversation about this Friday at 9:00. So me and him gonna be up there talking about it.
And I'll probably still be at work anyway, but unless I hit the lotto tonight, then maybe I jump in. But
yeah, me too.
I mean,
all right, gentlemen, I'm getting ready to drop off. Y'all have a blessed evening. And Glacier, go suck many dicks.
Hey.
Threatened and child, listen.
Wait a minute. Why you had to bring out the phalluses? Pause. Crazy.
Her power level was over 9,000. I was like, damn, OG.
You don't play with Miss Niecy, but she don't play about the new black media.
You don't play with Miss Gladys.
She gonna come up here and cuss you out. That's not her name.
Yeah, I don't want her to hit me with one of her canes and shit. She probably had me out there trying to pick my own switch from Joe Jackson.
She gonna come see you. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Anyway, y'all, we got her shut down. I didn't even think it was gonna go this long, but we're gonna just start to jump up out of here. But I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to make it to Friday. Next week my birthday, so hopefully I don't have to duck and dodge no mayonnaise jars from some of these trolls and shit on my Twitter page. But besides that, thank you for letting me come on, bro.
Yes, sir. So Winsome Sears is going to be y'all's she's the Republican nominee for Virginia's governor race. Next year is going to be fun. And apparently it looks like they got the Democrat. They got the Democrat. Who wants to see the Democrat? This is going to be a sexy race. Them white supremacists don't know who to vote for. Oh, man. Woo! Anyway, y'all, hopefully you learned something. If you did, I've done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time before we get up out of here. DSB, even though you're not around anymore, thank you for being a member for 24 months. That's a blessing. And you get this here. Now you don't want to work? And Ozzy Edwards, thank you for the $10. He said, white supremacists always throwing stones and hiding their hands. That's a blessing. Thank you for that. And you get this here. All right, y'all. So again, hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. I will see you tomorrow when we go over those hands-off protests, because we got some videos and it was looking sad. It was looking sad because we weren't out there. But anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Y'all take care, stay safe, and yes, even you trolls, take care and stay safe. And you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. Free Karmelo.
Time's up. But did we have a good time here? Hello?
Gotta get your groove on.
At the end of the day gotta end.
That's it.